Use the microphone too.
Are we working?
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, you're live, but no longer.
Okay, there's a phenomenon called electron pairing.
Can't hear you.
I'm going to ask Aaron to come and demonstrate for you. The fellow that's going to do this is very much into physics, and I think it's well, it's one of the Eastern universities of high level, and he's going to. It's Dennis Lee, and he's going to bring his. This is a patented device demonstrating electron pairing. So Dennis, please come forward, and you need to borrow this, I guess, for a moment. Let's see, I can't get it loose. So Dennis is going to take over, and this is a little interesting system which demonstrates electron pairing and how it comes into the energy situation. Okay, Dennis.
One way of explaining where the energy comes from is the sun emits electron pairs, and they're everywhere. In subatomic theory, the electron shells, they always talk about the up and down electrons, or left-hand and right-hand spin electrons. Well, when they're in a pair, it's undetectable. But you can use weak magnetic fields to separate them. And this sort of demonstrates an electron pair and how they may combine together. And there is a unique mechanical property which keeps the, I call it concentric tori, which keeps the small toroid centered in the large toroid. And you can see they can come out, you can use a weak magnetic field and separate the two, and this becomes positive electricity and negative electricity. And an interesting thing about this is that when you roll it on a tube, I don't know, this could be a flux line, and I don't know if you can see this, but it rolls and it spins. And that's a mathematically correct fourth dimensional rotation.
Dennis is much more sophisticated than you might suspect here. You're getting into the university level at MIT and that sort of thing. So he really knows what he's talking about. These electrons, like he says, in the ambient background, they're everywhere in all places at all time, throughout the universe complete. So you can't go anywhere without running into them. So if you have energy devices where you can turn this energy into propulsion or various other uses, like the in-between I was talking about, it's when the energy is moving from one happening to another happening, it becomes available. So with that in mind, I have some handouts here which will give everyone that wants them. There's two parts to that. There's the first sheet and the second sheet, and actually in the package there, the sheets are separated, so you have to just take the ones out, the first one there. This handout is related to to the ambient background energy that's present in the earth everywhere at all times. And make sure everyone that wants them can have a copy of those. And we had recently had moved, and a lot of my stuff got misplaced, but I was able to make copies from the correspondence I had with various people at various times. What you're getting here is an email that I sent to someone, and I had to work that in order to get the thing. I couldn't locate the file without that person's name on it. So, we can kind of slow for a minute here until we get going. And there's some more handouts related to some of the devices. When we talk about energy being everywhere in all places at all times, in the case of capacitors and what they do in regard to energy, this is part of the secret as to how we can utilize the energy to our benefit. For example, a capacitor is a blocking device. Energy cannot pass from one side of the plate to the other side of the plate. But the second side of the plate, due to van der Waals and Casimir forces, duplicates what's on the first side of the plate, even though there's no way for that energy to get past the plate. This duplication is due to the ambient energy background. And with that in mind, the second capacitor plate, which is not part of the system, as I'm going to be showing it very shortly. If you have a diode bridge, for example, and you have the energy coming out of the diode bridge, you put the charge onto one of the poles of the capacitor. The second pole will duplicate what's on that first capacitor without having any reason, obvious reason to do that. And that is the ambient energy which is available through the capacitor, second capacitor deal. And if you ground that properly, it becomes useful energy almost immediately. So we're going to actually demonstrate a case here so you can see it working with your own eyes. So it's not very complicated. It's much simpler than anyone would ever have imagined. And the energy which we're using is the ambient energy background which spins the Earth around. And the handout which I gave you is telling you basically what's going on there. And in nature, all things are simple and uncomplicated if you truly understand them. And the energy source is available to you in unlimited amounts. With the device as presented, the energy available would be equal to the amount of the energy put into it, whether it's a million volts or 5 volts. So basically you design the output device so that it runs at the rate which you want to see at the collector point. So if you're running a scooter or you're running an airplane or whatever you happen to be running, an electric motor or automobile motor or steam ship or any other type of energy device, the amount of energy you want is the amount equal to the energy on the plate, the first plate there. So with that in mind, we have a device here to demonstrate that, and if you will set it up, we'll let you actually see it with your own eyes. These are two capacitor plates. And bring the high voltage device over where you can touch it to the copper side there. And what we're going to do, we're going to put, this is a dielectric tester device which is used for certifying the electrical durability of films and other kinds of things. So we're going to use it for a purpose which it was never intended to be used for. I'm going to put 8,000 volts on one side of the plate, and you're going to see the same 8,000 volts show up on the other side without any input to it. And with that in mind, the grounding that you do from that second plate depends on how much energy you want into the device that you're going to be running. Let me get a hold of the device. Okay, I'm going to put it on the 8 there.
Here's where I hope nothing was damaged in shipping.
Okay, is it turned on?
It is now.
Okay, we're going, it's turned on 8. Okay, and what I'm going to do is put 8,000 volts on this plate here. You see those sparks there? Okay, what we're going to do, we have a thing worked up with the earth ground only present on it. And the green wire is the earth ground. And what you should be seeing the spark on the other side. Is it doing that? It is. You see how loud those are and how long they are? Yeah. I'm about half an inch or maybe an inch here from
You're noticing the plate in the middle, there's no electrical connection. So the energy must be coming from the ambient background.
So there's no connection there between the energy on one side and the other side. So the second side has to be your ambient energy background, which is present everywhere at all times.
Are you putting alternating current 8,000 volts?
In this case, it's alternating current, but it turns into pulsating DC on the other side, which can either be changed so that you can use it as alternating current. See how long those sparks are? How many volts is that? A quarter of an inch is about 10,000 volts. So this thing is upwards of 1 inch separation here. So between the two plates, we're developing from the ambient background about 40,000 volts. It's a little bit hard to deny that it is.
Now there's so much voltage that the spark gap is such that you can almost get it with the wire at the top.
You know, it's set for only about 10,000 volts, so it's greater than that if somebody's reaching around there.
Yeah, if you saw my finger jerk, it's because I moved my hand too much to one side, and so I got close enough that the spark gap got me. But otherwise, yeah, there you can see it occasionally spark.
If you were grounded properly, it would toast you like a marshmallow. The amount of energy available for useful purposes is equal to the degree of grounding.
You got alternating current going in one side and pulsating DC on the other.
Yes, pulsating DC.
We gotta come closer. Yeah, there you go.
Why is it not alternating on the other side?
The ambient background energy is more related to DC. But you're looking at the method for flying an airplane basically forever with that. And it's been done, I've already done it, and it's been manufactured worldwide. I mean,
My wife won't let me fly airplanes anymore because I crashed one years ago.
this is more than power scooter.
Like I say, you can touch the center, but if you rock your finger too much to the side. I'm just thankful that for electricity.
He shouldn't get any shock to that. Yeah, well, he's only, from the edge here, he's only 3/8 of an inch away from it.
The second place there is a forever source of energy with no energy expanded off this side.
Now, would it matter if you had copper on both sides?
No, it's just a slight electrical difference between aluminum and copper makes it more choice.
So if it was copper on both sides, it still works.
Sure.
Or aluminum on both sides.
Yes.
What's your dielectric? What's your dielectric? Looks like Lexan.
Dielectric is
Polycarbonate?
it's polycarbonate without there.
Make sure you don't step in water when you're doing that.
Yeah, you're kidding.
We just need a ground to demonstrate it starts building up on the aluminum and we flow out. Otherwise, I'd have to get my finger and the wall that would be yeah, you could wire it down to the rig and you've got it's building up on the
This is probably one more, but there's only 25% of
So, yeah, definitely garbage factor going on.
This is a forever source of energy, which does not deplete, which you can use up, and only as long as you get
That side is still taking some amps, some watts, right?
It's very nice to watch. It's nice to watch being used, and the output where it depending on the grounding you have will determine the amperage for the output.
Now, how do I ground it if I'm doing it on an airplane?
Well, the airplane, we have air and earth grounding. In the case of air grounding, you have different degrees of air grounding. So that means that the airplane can fly. And it works very well. There was a contract for 24 or 20-inch commuter aircraft for that about 2 years ago.
Power meter on each side of the
Those 24 have already been delivered as a service. 48 more.
Oh, yeah.
This is just a regular AC transformer. I got on neon lights. But I could use a neon transformer to run that.
Oh, sorry.
Still goes through.
How do you say
Pretty good shot.
Run their hair right.